So let's find our sit bones. We're going to move today, and we're going to start seated. We'll do some vinyasa, a little balance, and then end with a nice shavasana. So close your eyes, anchor into those sit bones, engage that pelvic floor. Draw the belly button back as you exhale, soften it as you inhale. Lift through the crown, drawing that heart up and dropping the shoulders down. Take a nice deep inhale in. And let it out with a big sigh. And then find normal breath. Nice deep inhale. Nice deep exhale. Allow yourself to begin to settle in. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Just allowing yourself to be here in easy pose. Do a quick scan. What's happening? Is the thinking mind going a million miles an hour? Really pay attention to it without connecting to it. So watch it like you watch a TV with no interest. It's like, oh, it's on again. And then invite that thinking mind to another part of your brain and bring that attention to your breath. Notice where you feel the breath enter the body. Is it at the tip of your nose? Is it at the back of your throat? Just notice. And begin to fill to the bottom of the lungs first. The center, all the way to the top. And then reverse it from the top to the center, all the way down. So as we take a moment and remember what three-part breath feels like, bring this into your practice. If we're holding, three-part breath is nice. If we're moving, long inhale, long exhale. So one more three-part breath. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, exhale. And on the next inhale, inhaling the hands up, really scooping in the world. Exhaling them down. Begin by warming the arms, finding that long inhale and exhale. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. This time as we inhale up, we're going to release that right hand down, reaching up through that left hand, reach it over. Open up that side body. Have 3 long breaths here, so find that slow breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Feel that lateral body open. And then inhaling, coming back to center, and exhaling the other direction. Again, 3 breaths. And last one. Okay, now we're going to move with it. We're going to inhale up, exhale over. Inhale up, exhale over. Inhale up, exhale over. Last one, inhale up, exhale over. Inhale up, exhaling the hands down, moving right into tabletop. So find your tabletop. Hands are directly underneath your shoulders. Spread those fingers wide. Spread them out wide. Knees are underneath your hips, lengthen through the crown, draw those shoulders back. Really engage that belly button to the spine. And then begin to move with it. Inhaling, dropping down, looking up, tail up, exhaling out. Really allow that belly to drop to the floor. This is actually a back bend. When we do cow, it's a back bend, it's a heart opener. And then exhale up, knowing that your lungs might be able to handle more breath or less. Honor whatever it is in your body. Find your rhythm, close your eyes, go within, see what's happening. Exhaling out. Inhaling in. And exhaling up. One more time, all the way through. Inhaling down. And exhaling up. Inhaling long into tabletop, curling the toes under. Exhaling back into a half dog. So knees are bent, heads let go. Knees are really bent here because we haven't warmed up the hamstrings. So let those knees soften down, lift up, soften down. We're not pedaling out yet. We're just kind of squatting into this. You can really see your knees here. So begin to notice where are your knees going. Are they collapsing together? If they are, see what it feels like to engage those quads and spin the knees out to the little toe. So we're just warming the quads, warming the hamstrings. Let go of your head, nothing to hold on to, nothing to see. All right, here we go. Inhaling up on your toes all the way up. Exhale into that right foot, all the way down in the heel. Spin it out. I'm going to take a look around. See how that's looking. Working through your heart. Let go of that head. You can still work through that heart. Lift that tail up. Yep, good job. Lifting it up. Feel that work right there between the heart. Good. Inhaling up onto both toes. Exhaling into the left foot. Is that really shiny in your face? Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Begin to walk the dog. Figure out where that's coming from. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Warming the body. If your arms get tired and you need a break and you need to go to child's pose, please do that. It's okay to stop and take a break. Walking it out. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up onto both toes, exhaling them all the way down into both heels. Heart heads to the knees. Let go of that head. 3 long breaths here. 2 more. Last one. Let's just take a walk up right here, walking the hands forward in between those. Walking the feet forward in between the hands, dropping the head all the way down, inhaling only halfway up. So much like tabletop, we're coming halfway. Let's have a few breaths here. Really get a sense of the hinge of the hips. So when your hands are on your shins, your knees are spinning open to the little toes. Toes are soft, they're not clenching. Sinking back in your tail, growing long in the crown. This is an active stretch right here. It's affecting all these muscles right here, the hamstrings, the attachments to the behind. Spin those knees open, lift through the tail. Take a nice long inhale, exhale all the way down. Inhaling, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhaling, hands down, center line. Here we go. We're going to just do sun arms to begin with. Inhaling the hands up. Exhaling them down. Coming into full mountain. Inhaling them up, exhaling them down, inhaling them up. This time, exhaling them down, hands together, down to the heart, Anjali Mudra. This is the resting point in standing. So if you become tired, you need a break, come to standing Anjali Mudra or child's pose. On the next inhale, drop them down, circling them around. Exhale, swan dive forward, all the way forward. Inhaling halfway up, flat back. Exhaling down, reverse swan dive. Nice big inhale, inhaling all the way up. We're gonna do 3 more of these. Exhaling the hands down, center line. Begin again. Here's 3. I'm gonna grow quiet and let you do them on your own. All the way down. Beginning to feel the body warm. We've got one more round. Following your breath. What would it feel like to slow this one down? Slow the breath down. Lengthen through those lungs. Really expand them. Let the flow slow down. That's another way to accommodate a vinyasa that might get going too quickly. If your life is moving too quickly, it might show up on the mat. Nope, it won't might, it really will. Exhaling your hands down center line. Here we go. Let's take a pause. Standing Anjali Mudra. Feel the body beginning to warm. Feel the energy beginning to move. On the next inhale, drop the hands down, circling them around. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling, hands come on either side of the feet. We're going to step back into downward facing dog. Find your dog for 4 breaths. Find the breath. Feel that heart. Move towards your knees. Make sure you're not too splayed out. Walk your feet in a half a step if you need to. Then feel that tail turn up, as if you're going to point your tailbone to the ceiling. Last breath. Inhale, exhale. This time as you inhale, move straight forward into plank. Bring that belly button up. Feel that core engage. Feel the strength in plank. Modify it if you need to. Find your breath. Elbows are facing each other. Yep, the eyes of the elbows right there. Go long in the crown. Shoulders are back. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, lower straight down. You can always modify. Inhale, just a little teeny cobra. Right here, teeny cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, teeny cobra. Now, let's make sure and remember when we're in cobra, exhaling, lowering down, that we're lengthening through both feet, engaging that pelvic floor, belly button to the spine, so the pubic bone is pressing into the floor. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling down. We're just warming the back. We're doing a little teeny cobra. Nothing too big, except remembering all of the strength here, the strength in the core, the strength in the back. We're going to do 3 more of these. Exhaling up. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. I am totally cueing that backwards, aren't I? Exhaling down. How about inhaling up? That would be easier. Last one, exhaling this time down. This time as you inhale up, turn your toes under and exhale all the way back into downward facing dog. That's a big movement. So very important that you have your core engaged. Finding that dog's a little bit easier this time. 2 more breaths. And walk your feet forward in between your hands. We'll be doing big steps in a minute, but not yet. Exhaling all the way down, inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down, inhaling reverse swan dive. Hands come to your heart in Anjali Mudra, taking a break. Feel the energy moving. Checking in. How are you feeling? How does your body feel? What's happening in the mind? Where's the breath? All those little things. What are you hanging on to that you can let go of? Soften your toes. Unclench your behind and your jaw. On the next inhale, drop the hands down, circling them around. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down, stepping back into downward facing dog. 3 breaths this time. 2 more. Last one. This time, nice deep inhale, exhale, move forward into plank. Here it is, 1 long inhale. Exhale, lower straight down. Inhale, deepen up into that cobra, deepen it up. We're gonna do 3 of these, still warming the back. Inhaling, deepening it up. Hands are doing their work. The back is doing the work. The core is doing the work. Exhaling up. Inhaling down, turning the toes under. Exhale all the way back into downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Building into it. Walking the feet forward. Exhaling all the way down, inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down, inhaling reverse swan dive. Hands down, come down the heart. And no pause here, let's go again. Inhale, circle it around. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down, stepping back into dog. This time, only a pause, and then moving straight forward into plank. We're gonna start moving now. Exhaling, lowering down. Inhaling up into cobra. Turn those toes under. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. 3 breaths right here. We're gonna add on. On the next inhale, lift through that right foot. Lift it high, straight up high. Exhale it all the way forward in between your hands. Help it if you need to. Sink down into high lunge, and then rise straight up into Virabhadrasana 1. Now this is a balance pose right here. If you need to step your foot halfway in order to do this, that's fine. If you need to build yourself up, helping yourself up, that's fine too. Belly button's in, core is engaged. Inhale through those fingertips, open up. You'll be facing away from me, and that's okay. So we're in Warrior 2. Trust that I can talk you through this. Sink forward in that knee. Let it travel to the little toe. That's just a little movement, balancing in to Warrior 2. On the next inhale, we're gonna sink backwards into Dancing Warrior. Hand slides down the back of your leg. Front hand comes up over near your ear. There you go, find your breath. All right, here we go. Inhaling, moving back into Warrior 2. 3 breaths here. 1, 2, little things. Engage that core, sink into the knee. Warrior in the present. Last breath. This time, slide across the body. We're going to cartwheel down, coming all the way down into high lunge again. So spin out that back foot. Step that foot back. All the way back into downward facing dog. Inhaling forward into plank. Exhaling, lowering down. Inhaling up into cobra. Turn those toes around. Exhaling back into dog. 3 breaths. If you need a break, this is a great place to take a child. Feel the warmth. Nicely done. This time, lift through the left leg. Lift it high. All the way up. Exhale it all the way through, in between your hands. If you can't do it in one, it's okay. Sink down into that lunge, and then find your way up into Virabhadrasana 1. Build yourself up if you need to. Use your core. Sink down, balance into this. Find a spot to look at, and don't let go of it. Nice deep breath in, spinning open into 2. Sinking down into that quad. Feel it. Find your breath. Drop out of your shoulders. Engage that pelvic floor. Belly button to the spine. Find your breath. Inhale, sinking back into Dancing Warrior. There it is.
Feel that lateral opener. Feel it. One more breath. Inhaling, coming back to 2, sinking down again. So many times we pull out of that when we do that. Slide across the body, cartwheeling down, spinning out of that back foot, stepping back into downward facing dog. Remember as you step back into dog not to splay out too far. 2 more breaths. Last one. On the next inhale, walk yourself forward. Wow, you guys completely got out of this one, didn't you? Also on that one. Exhaling all the way down. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down. Inhaling reverse swan dive. All right, here we go. Hands down at the heart. Let's take a break. If you're dizzy from coming from down to up, open your eyes. Find something to look at. And that dizziness can be calmed by curling your tongue or blowing like a candle. That's a cooling breath. It also regulates the blood pressure, calms you down. On the next inhale, we're going to move all the way through this. All right, we'll do it 3 times. So if at any time your body is tired or you feel like you've lost your place, don't feel like you have to do it all. Take a break. Here we go. Inhaling, dropping the hands down, circling around. Exhaling, swan dive forward. Inhaling, halfway up. Exhaling down, stepping back into downward facing dog. Long exhale. Inhaling forward into plank. Exhaling, lowering straight down. Inhaling up into cobra. Curl those toes under. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Lift that right leg up. Exhale it all the way up in between your hands. Engage that core, rise up. Virabhadrasana 1. Sink down. Open up into warrior 2. Sink back into dancing warrior. We're following our breath. Inhaling, exhaling, coming back into 2. Sliding across the body, cartwheeling down. Stepping back into downward facing dog. No change here. We're going to move straight forward into plank. We're going to vinyasa it out. Exhaling all the way down. Inhaling up. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Lift through the left leg. There it is. Exhale it all the way through. Notice how that's becoming to get easier. Rising up. Virabhadrasana 1. Inhaling. Exhaling, opening into 2. Nice deep inhale, sink into it. Exhale back into dancing warrior. Inhaling. Exhaling back into 2. Nice long inhale, reach it over, cartwheel down. Spin out of the back foot. Back into downward facing dog. Inhaling, moving forward into plank. Exhaling, lowering down. Inhaling up into cobra. Exhaling back into dog or into child's for a break here, 3 breaths. On the next inhale, walk your feet forward, coming all the way up. Exhaling down. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down. Inhaling reverse swan dive. Hands at the heart. This is a great place to take a break if you need to. Otherwise, let's keep going. Inhaling, circling around. We've got the heart rate up. We'll do a little cardio today in yoga. Exhaling down. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down. Stepping down, back into downward facing dog. Inhaling forward into plank. Exhaling, lowering down. Inhaling up. Exhaling back into dog. Find your dog. Inhale, lift that right leg up. Exhale it all the way through. Inhaling, rising up. Find that warrior 1. Exhaling, opening into 2. Inhaling, dropping back into dancing warrior. Exhaling back into 2. Inhaling, sliding across the body, cartwheeling down. Stepping back into downward facing dog. Nice long inhale. Exhale forward. Modify it if you need to. down. Inhaling up. Turning those toes under. Exhaling back. Inhaling, lifting through that left leg. Exhaling it all the way through. Whew. Inhaling, rising up. Maybe sinking down. Inhaling, opening up into two. Exhaling back into dancing warrior. Inhaling back into two. Exhaling, cartwheeling down. Stepping back. Nice long inhale back into dog. Exhale forward into plank. Inhaling, lowering down. Exhaling up and off on my breath. How about nice deep inhale, curl the toes under. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Find your breath. Go to child if you need a break. Nicely done. On the next inhale, walk yourself forward in between your hands. Dropping all the way down. Forward fold. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down. Inhaling reverse swan dive. Exhaling your hands at your heart. We've got one more round. So here we go. Let's get it going. Exhaling, swan dive. Knowing that if you're tired, breaking is okay. Exhaling up and down. Taking a step back into downward facing dog. Inhaling forward into plank. Exhaling, lowering down. Inhaling up into cobra. Exhaling back into dog. Lifting through that right leg. Stepping it forward. Rising up. Exhaling. Opening up into warrior two. You got it. Sinking back into dancing. Inhaling back into warrior two. Exhaling, cartwheeling around. All the way down, stepping back. Inhaling. Sliding forward into plank. Exhaling, rolling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling all the way back. On the next inhale, lift through that left leg. Exhale it all the way through. Ooh, that's a big jump for me. Inhaling, rising up. Sinking down. Inhaling, spinning open into two. Exhaling back into dancing warrior. Inhaling back into two. Exhaling, sliding across the body. Cartwheeling down. Stepping back into downward facing dog. All the way back. Exhaling forward into plank. Nice deep inhale. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. 3 breaths. We're almost there. You guys almost have it. On the next inhale, walk those feet forward. We're almost on the home run. Exhaling down. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down. Inhaling reverse swan dive. Exhaling those hands down. Big sigh. We made it. So feel that heart rate. Open your eyes. Find something to look at. Okay? Take your feet and just make sure that they're hip distance apart. All right? Let those hands come down into mountain pose. Feel the body. Begin to calm. Know where to go. Good work. That was the cardio section. Yay. Got to do that every now and then. Breathing into it. Finding the body. Beginning to stabilize. The heart rate's returning to normal. So as we are here in mountain pose, begin to notice how your feet are connected to the earth. Lift those toes up. Soften through the knees. Engage that pelvic floor. Lift up as if I were to come around and put my hands around the back side of your body, the front side. Lift it all up. And then let the shoulders come down. So this is a physics thing. Okay, where it works together, up and down. Go long and your crown shoulders are back. Little toe down. 4th toe, 3rd toe. Second toe, all of them at once, maybe. Big toe. And notice how the toes just gently set on the mat. They're not gripping the mat. So if your toes are gripping, wiggle them out. Feel those knees spin open to the little toes. Now imagine that you're not on your mat, that you're just standing in life. What can you let go of? Can you let go of your hips? Because the core is engaged. Feel the strength coming from your middle. This is a really powerful move, just to stand in life, stand in your own power. So on the next inhale, we're going to pour into the right foot, all your weight into the right foot. Begin to let the left foot come off now. Notice what happens in the hips. Do you begin to hinge at the hips? Let the weight come out of that left foot and let the core really engage. As you lift that left foot up and then turn it to the side and bring it into tree. Now where you do tree is okay with me. If you have your foot below your knee or above your knee, the biggest thing is no hooking it on your knee. Okay, that puts too much pressure on that joint. And sometimes if you want it, the heel of your foot up in your groin, you can help that foot up. And so on the next inhale, bring your arms into play here. Either they go to your hips or up overhead. Find that drishti. I'm going to grow quiet so there can be stillness. Halfway there, stay with it, lock in on that point. Exhaling out of your arms, then gently stepping out of your tree, step wider than your hips, and then circle the hips around. So it's really important that we don't lose that movement in the hips. If you lose that movement in your hips, it leads to stiffness, stuckness, knee replacements, hip replacements. We'll have none of that. We'll keep them healthy. And then stepping back in, finding that mountain again. Find your mountain. Pick those toes up. Set those toes down one at a time. Nicely done. There you go. Notice if your toes are gripping the mat, soften them out. So if your toes are gripping the mat, what are you gripping in life that you can soften and hold on? Engage that pelvic floor, bring that belly button up, draw that waist in. If you want to put your hands on your waist and kind of just feel that drawing in, the strength of all these muscles around our center. They protect our organs. And on the next inhale, pour into the left foot. Find that drishti, find that point that doesn't move that you can lock in on. Begin to lift the weight out of the right foot. Square off the hips, re-engage that core. Then lift that foot off the floor, open it into wherever your tree is. You might be a bush, so if you have to be a bush, you can put your toe on the ground. And then inhaling your hands up overhead. You can cactus them out. You can put them on your waist. However, what works in your body? Find your breath. We're halfway there. Keep breathing. Keep locking in on that drishti. Exhaling out of your arms. Gently step out of your tree, step wide. Circle it around, circle those hips. Nicely done. Make that pelvis is separate from everything else. So give it room. Swing it side to side. What would it feel like to do some pelvic tilts this way? Yeah, we don't move that way very much in this country. Move this way. Circle it around. Forward and back. Feel it. And then spin it the other way. There you go. Stepping back to the front of the mat. Finding your mountain pose. Coming right into mountain. Pick those toes up. Feel the 4 points of your feet connect to the earth. Set the little toe down. Just hang out like that with just a little toe down. Now, with if all your other toes come down also, that's okay. It doesn't matter. There's no judgment in it. It takes a lot of practice to separate those toes. Now, set the fourth one down. So just so everybody knows, when I set my fourth one down, 3 and 2 come also. So I'm simply imagining that only my fourth toe is down. And I'm working to pick up my third and second toe. May not happen. It's okay. Then my third toe, my second, and then last but not least, the big toe. So now, once you've done that, there's a bit of gripping that kind of happens. Release that. Let the toes soften. Spread them out. Feel your foundation connect into the earth. Feel those knees, engage the quad so that the knees spin open to the little toe. It's a very small movement, maybe a millimeter. Drop out of that tailbone. Feel that core lift and the belly button go back. Shoulders down your back, hands open to receive. Grow long in your crown. Now, find your breath. I'm going to walk around and check everybody. And just let this be a great time of backwards. Feel that? Good. It's different. It's a little movement. It's a teeny little movement. So imagine that I'm putting my hand right on your belly, just above your belly button, and I'm lifting slowly up and down your sacrum. Yeah, feel that? Nicely done. This will help also, not this. There you go. This goes up. There you go. Good job. Breathing into it. Mountain is a powerful, powerful pose. So here we go on the next inhale. Inhaling the hands up nice and slow. All the way up overhead as if you're going to capture a ball of energy. And we're going to drop out of our shoulders, engage that core again, and sit back into Uttasana. Sitting back. Open those knees. Don't let them collapse. Three more breaths. And then come up and dive forward. Straight into forward fold. Nicely done. Stepping back into downward facing dog. Slowing it down. Lowering out of those knees, down into tabletop, coming back to where we started. Spread those fingers out wide. Exhale, dropping down, looking up, slowing it way down, cooling the body. Exhaling up. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. One more time, really slow here. Inhaling, dropping that belly down. And exhaling all the way up. Nicely done. Inhaling right here, back forward. Bring your knees up. Spin yourself around. We're getting ready to go down onto the floor, onto our back. So, making sure that your body's nice and cool. Come up, give yourself a big hug. You're doing a great job. And then roll down one vertebrae at a time. You can put your hands behind your legs to help you. So you can feel that spine connect with the earth. So everybody take a nice deep breath in and give thanks for being on the earth. With a big sigh. Yay. Nicely done today. We're going to walk those feet in, close to our behinds. We're headed to bridge. We're going to do some meditation in motion today. So for those of you who've never done it, don't worry about it, no judgment. The trick with meditation in motion is that you follow your own body. So we start that from bridge. Our hands are going to be down on the floor, next to our behind, creating part of our foundation. Scoop those shoulder blades underneath you so that they're flat and grow long in the crown. So a lot of times people will want to look back up over their head. That is not long in the crown. That is hinging at the neck. So it's more of a lengthening through the back of your neck, getting to the flat part of your head. If you need to look at me, you look at me before you do this because it's unhealthy to the neck to turn your head when you're in bridge. So feet are as close to the behind as you can get them, hip distance apart. If you have a block and you want to put it between your knees to help hold those knees together, you can do that. We're going to begin with a few pelvic tilts. So we're going to exhale, draw the belly button down to the floor, feel your back flatten out of it. Inhale, roll out of it. Exhale, flatten that back. Inhale, roll out of it. This is such a great exercise if you have any low back pain, because this really identifies that core muscle. You can do a Kegel and a belly button draw back and up at the same time and really get a sense of it, following your breath. So inhale, releasing, exhaling, drawing in. Inhaling, releasing, exhaling, drawing in. Inhaling, releasing, exhaling, drawing in, and this time, press down in through your feet, and as you inhale, lift up into bridge. Find that bridge. The heat may begin to build again. I'm going to look around, so everybody stay there. Keep lifting, looks good. Keep lifting, close your eyes. Go within. Hang on to this. There you go. Looks good. How are we doing at home? Looks good. Keep breathing. On the next exhale, lift up a little bit higher. Hold on to that. There you go. Good. It changes the physics when you engage those adductors, the physics of what's lifting. So find that your power comes on the exhale. So as you inhale, notice where you are, and as you exhale, lift a bit higher. And as your body begins to want to move in its own direction, for those of you who have blocks, just be mindful they're there. You can move them out of the way. Keep your eyes closed, stay within. And this is a journey of your own body. It's not what anybody else is doing. It's what your body needs. This is the heart of Kripalu yoga, meditation in motion. There's no wrong way to do it. It's about getting out of the way, getting the mind out of the way and letting the body do what it does. Those of you at home that know how to do meditation in motion, just follow your body. If you've never done it and you're unsure, you can stay in bridge, that's fine. Keep working with your exhale. Allowing it to guide your lift. Notice how the mind begins to still as the body takes the lead. Just notice. There's no wrong way. There's only a way. And if you're still in bridge, begin to roll down one vertebrae at a time. And as your back connects with the earth, release your knees to your chest. Begin rocking gently side to side. Everybody who's in meditation motion, keep going. Keep your eyes closed. This is an internal journey. And notice how the body is beginning to change in its own time rather than in your thinking mind's time. We're going to have about 5 more breaths of meditation and motion. So wherever you are, begin to find your way into your knees at your chest. Gently rocking side to side. Giving that low back just a little massage. Did a lot of work today. Make sure to drink lots of water as you go through your day today. Keeping that right knee in, lengthening through the left leg, slide it along the floor long. Working through the heel, exhale, draw that knee in. Inhale, release it out. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, release it out. Exhale, draw it in. Pause right here on the in, but keep breathing. Just keep the leg in. So we're pointing the right toe and we're working through the heel of the left foot. Taking a hold of that right knee with the left hand, begin to draw it across the body. Feel that belly button drop down as the core comes up. If you get caught in the hip, let it have a minute to unwind, open up. And then as you're ready, you can fold across the body into a twist. This is a pretty deep twist, so make sure that low back is supported through the core. If you need to pick your shoulders up and square them off, you can. Open that right hand, turn your nose to look towards it. So it's in a T position. This is a nice deep wringing out twist. Find your breath. Close your eyes and begin to soften into your edge. So if you've gone past your edge, come out of it. And then go back up to it and soften in. Following your breath. The release happens on the exhale. Doing a great job. Stay with it. We're going to go 5 more breaths so you can lock in, give the mind something to do. Slow the breaths down. Exhaling all the way, full expression. And then engage that core. Make sure you haven't gone on vacation and begin to roll out of this. So as you come out of it, do it slowly. Notice that the core is engaged. Take a hold of that knee with the other hand and open it wide. Just a little counter pose. Holding that hip down. And then releasing it back to center and let go of that leg. Now, I'm always crooked on my mat, so I take a minute to wiggle around to find myself flat again. And then I draw through the left leg. And then exhale, draw it in. Inhale, release it out. Again, remember to work through that right heel. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, release it out. Exhale, draw it in. Hold it in, but keep breathing. Point that toe of the left foot, work through the heel of the right foot. Take a hold of the outside of that knee with the right hand. Engage that floor, feel pelvic floor, feel that belly button. Go down to the spine, lift up a little bit, and then begin your journey across the body. If you meet resistance in the hip, Pause, let the resistance unwind, and then continue the journey across the body into a twist. This is a nice, slow, deep twist. Once you find your knee where it's going to go, then look at your hand. Breathing into it. Remembering to follow your breath, keeping that center of your body engaged to protect the low back. Softening into it. Engaging the pelvic floor, beginning your journey out of it. If you're ready, if you want to stay there, you can. Opening that left knee wide, counterposing it. Nice big circle hips here. Nice big circle, firm hips. How about that? Releasing it down, coming onto your back, wiggling around flat. Hands come up overhead, point the fingers, point the toes, take a nice deep inhale, 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 let it out with a big sigh. And ask yourself, oh great wise self, do I need a blanket for Shavasana or do I not? Actually ask yourself if you need anything else. Do you need another twist? Do you need another vinyasa? Or are you ready for Shavasana? Feel those feet drop open. Hands come down beside you. It's a little cool in here, so if you want a blanket to cover up, please do so. Feel that chin tip just slightly to lengthen through the back of your neck. And then find your way to not here or there. Listen within. Hear the quiet voice in the stillness of the mind. This is where your truth is revealed, in the stillness of your mind. Just know the quiet voice is sometimes loud and booming and moves through your entire body. You know. You just know.
And gently begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And as you're ready, roll to your side. And come back to seated, hands at your heart. We'll end with one Om today. So take a nice deep breath in, exhale it all the way. Inhale to Om. Peace, peace, peace.